Welcome back to the health segment with myself, Mutunta Benkele, and Jumo here in studio. Welcome to channel 173, wow, 713, here on TV Mall. We're going to be talking about the immune booster pack with Ribose. All of them have Ribose, and we're going to get into why all of them have Ribose.
Yes, all have got Ribose, yeah. So the immune boosting pack, I think we're going to with the alphabet here, right? It's going to be very easy because it's going to we talk about the A, the B, in the form of B12, we're going to talk about the C and the D, right? In
D3.
the form of D3.
Yes.
Okay, right. So that's great. Okay, that's our immune boosting pack. But now, I think what's important, I think was probably to know, all these products, we've got Ribose
yes.
added to them. So I think what will be key is to look at, okay, right, powered by Ribose. Why powered by Ribose? If you look at it, we want to enhance the absorption because most people do not have a good digestive system.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that they will definitely get enough of what they're supposed to get so that they can get the results.
Okay.
So we're talking about a product that will also improve energy levels. Ribose is actually key in terms of actually the energy molecule, building the energy molecule.
All right.
And so in this particular instance, two main things that we'll talk about: increasing absorption of our vitamins by up to 65%.
Wow.
So if you've got a normal working gut, you can benefit up to 65% increased absorption. If you are elderly or you are battling with your digestive system, you might actually get slightly under, but we're making sure that at least we've put that. So we're touching on the Ribose. Ribose, simple sugar that is put in there. And why is it put in there? To make sure that it helps produce the ATP molecule. The ATP molecule is the energy molecule that the body needs. So the ATP then is the one that's required to make sure that enough of the vitamins can then be absorbed. So without Ribose, you do not have enough ATP. Without enough ATP, you cannot absorb the vitamins.
And I think that's the biggest concern when it comes to supplements. We believe we're taking them only to be flushed out of our bodies. So to know that they've added Ribose to make sure that the absorption is present and at a heightened degree as well.
Yes, but
matters a lot.
That actually is key. But also using a molecule that's going to help you with energy.
Absolutely.
So that's actually very key, because when you're looking at the immune system, you can't be talking about an immune system when you're actually lethargic and you are feeling all drowsy, feeling sleepy, feeling sluggish. You've got to be energetic. So the molecule makes sure that the body makes enough energy. What I like about the Ribose in this is the fact that, it's helping your heart and it's helping your muscles. The heart is going to help in making sure, because the heart pumps your blood around. So it's making sure that the nutrients are distributed to all the cells where they are needed. So very key that Ribose has been put in. So that was intentional to make sure that the heart can be helped, but not only your heart, also your muscles can be helped well. So this is actually very key, because generally the body does not produce enough ATP from enough Ribose from itself. It is something that it makes from glucose, but the process is slow. So by supplementing, we're making sure that at least the body can cope.
But you're speaking about simple sugars and glucose, and my concern is diabetes.
Right. But the interesting thing about that is a simple sugar that does not behave the same way like your glucose. So that's why the body is actually breaking the glucose to produce the Ribose, then being made the part of the whole ATP or the energy molecule. So that the Ribose does actually not heighten your sugar levels.
I see.
So it does not give you the spikes, does not give you the ups and the highs and the lows. So one should not worry about that. But you did mention diabetes. Whilst we're there, we might as well touch on that. When you are diabetic, however, you do have to consult with your doctor if you are taking any product that has got Ribose, because Ribose has got actually a tendency to lower your blood sugar levels. So by lowering your blood sugar levels, so I could use it if I'm pre-diabetic. I could take advantage of that and help myself lower the blood sugar levels. But if you are diabetic and you are using a diabetic supplement, you do not want to go too much low. So then you get into a state which we call hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar. So that's why you need to consult or check with your doctor if you are to use any product that contains Ribose.
That makes a lot of sense. So with this immune booster pack, as you said, we're taking us back to school with the alphabet
with the alphabet. But let's just start, introducing it. Immunity. Why immune boosting pack? When you look at it, I think your immune system is the core
Okay.
of who we are.
All right.
Right. I always like to remind our viewers that, you know, the government spends quite a lot of money when it comes to defense.
All right.
Have you ever wondered why? Simple, because you do not want to be attacked
It's
by the
absolutely
neighboring
true.
country.
That's
You
true.
do not. So you want, for the safety of your people, you want to make sure that your defense is together. So
right.
they got that concept from the human body. So
Okay.
so your immune system is key to make sure that you're not attacked by any germs, any ailments. So this makes sure that your body can actually withstand. So it does not mean germs will not come your way, but your system can respond quicker and it can eliminate them.
In
So
defending
that's
them.
why the immune system is key. So we've put together 4 products,
Okay.
which we're going to go through one by one to
Yes.
just like go into why we've put together this pack.
And how it all works together as well, the
That's
synergy
true.
between
the
them
synergy
all.
between them.
All right.
So we've got 2 sets of vitamins.
Okay.
We've got what we call water-soluble vitamins and oil-soluble vitamins. Key for our viewers to actually take note. So your vitamin Bs and your vitamin Cs are your water-soluble vitamins.
Okay.
So when you're looking at water-soluble vitamins, it means when you take, even if you take a high dose, the body will only utilize what it needs and then it will flush out. There we've got our B12 and our vitamin C. Those are our water-soluble vitamins.
Okay.
So if you had to take that, you can, if you take your vitamin B or vitamin C, the body will utilize what it needs. Any excess, it will be flushed out. You
I
pass it out
see.
in your urine.
Okay.
Right? So that's key. So when you want to make sure that you get enough of the vitamin, of the water-soluble vitamins, that's why we always advise you to take them in divided doses. In divided doses means you're going to take, say, 1 with breakfast, 1 with lunch, or 1 with dinner. If we're only looking at the vitamin C, but with the vitamin B, any vitamin B like the B12, if you are going to take more than 1, we wouldn't encourage you to take at night.
Okay.
Why? Because the vitamin Bs are like your spark plugs. So
Okay.
they give you energy. They're the ones that are involved in the burning of the food. So they give you lots of energy. So you do not want to disturb your whole system and disturb your sleep at night. So you would restrict taking vitamin Bs in the morning
All right.
and maybe midday.
If it's early enough as well.
If early enough, that's right. So those are so you've got your vitamin, your water-soluble vitamins. Those are the 2. And then we've got our fat-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins, we've got vitamin A and we've got our vitamin D3.
Okay.
What it means is you need bile salts and you need an oily atmosphere for them to be absorbed.
Okay.
But also, it's key to note that since they are fat soluble, you do not need to take too much because the body has got a way of storing them in your liver or in your muscles. So these get stored in your body.
All right.
And they can have a cumulative effect. That's why you really need to stick to the dosages that are recommended so that you do not go into a state of toxicity because there's a buildup.
All right.
So those are we're talking about vitamin A and the vitamin D, which is your fat-soluble vitamins. Right. So that was just to introduce about water-soluble and the oil-soluble vitamins that we've got in the pack. So now we can start talking about them individually.
All right, before we get to that, if you're interested in getting your body's defense system up and running with this beautiful Vita-Aid pack, all packed with ribose, which we heard the beautiful explanation of, making it easier for your body to absorb each vitamin and really get the most out of utilizing these supplements. You can get this all at TV Mall for the amazing price of 499 Rand. Its retail value is 580 Rand, but you can get it here for 499 Rand. It's as simple as calling us on 0861 000 173 or logging on to tvmall.co.za. And if you're interested in how each of these play a key role in helping your immune system defend your body, we're about to get into that with
That's
Jumo
right.
here in studio. So vitamin A does what?
Right, vitamin A. I think vitamin A, what comes to my mind is always carrots, because when I used to grow up, I used to be told, eat your carrots,
True.
eat your carrots. So we've got vitamin A there, antioxidant properties, immune support, skin health, and eye health. So we're going to go through that. And this is an immune boosting pack, so definitely we are looking at a product that's going to help you to make sure that it helps with your immune system. And then interestingly enough, remember what we're talking about still on the vitamin A. So if you look at antioxidants,
Yes.
right, vitamin A is an antioxidant, and then we've got C, we've got D also working as antioxidant. What do antioxidants do? So antioxidants are key in making sure that for your immune system to stay healthy, we said we need to make sure that we can paralyze anything that is untoward timelessly.
I see.
So we've got what we call free radicals.
Okay.
Free radicals is just like what we would produce naturally, not because you're not looking after yourself. The body, as it is working, it produces toxins naturally, which are called free radicals, which, if left unchecked, they would actually then damage your cells. So what you want to do, antioxidants then are meant to react with your free radicals before they cause damage to the cells.
Wow.
So that's the key when we talk about antioxidants. It's mopping those free radicals before they damage our cells. And that's key to make sure that our immune system is well looked after.
So they work hand in hand.
They work hand in hand.
All right.
And that is also key to make sure that we stay younger, because if you actually, so they've got also anti-aging properties, because when you prevent your cells from being damaged unnecessarily, then it means you're protecting yourself. Absolutely. And you can be able to look and stay younger. So that's your vitamin A. So your eye health, that's why I was talking about the carrots, right? Immune support, skin health, skin and eye as you're developing. This is why when you're young, they say eat more carrots so that your eyes can be okay. So for as a child, when you are developing, for your eyes to develop well, vitamin A is key. That's why you need enough of that to make sure that everything goes well. But also skin health, in terms of how the skin matures and all that, vitamin A plays a key role. So if we look at it, we look at it mostly the antioxidant power there, anti-aging power, making the whole, bringing about how it plays a big role in supporting our immune system. And like I said earlier on, vitamin A is stored. It's a fat-soluble vitamin, and it gets stored in the body. So when you look at it, when you go down with a cold, the body has got to release vitamin A from your liver. And that's why you find that zinc is also one of those minerals that plays a key role in making sure that it can assist to go and unlock any vitamin A that could be in the liver, to make sure that it actually gets to be utilized and you actually can get back to health much quicker. So it's very key for vitamin. So it starts the process of getting you well in terms of how you're looking at the whole body.
All right.
So key, that's your vitamin A.
I also see at the bottom there it says reduced inflammation.
Yes.
All right.
That's why when we're looking at inflammation, because antioxidant and inflammation, very key. Inflammation is a good thing, because inflammation is your body's natural response. That's why we look at even vitamin A, when we touch it, when we look at the other vitamins, it's your body is responding to a challenge.
Okay.
That's what it means. So that's why when there's inflammation, the signs of inflammation that we normally associate with, there is pain, there is redness, you get swelling, and then at times there's loss of function of the way the area is actually attacked, if it's really that bad. But that is actually a defense mechanism to make sure that the body, it shows you the body is under attack, either by germs or because of an injury.
I see.
So this is your first line of defense to make sure that everything is put together. But however, why now it becomes a challenge is we found that most of the inflammation that happens in the body, if it goes on uncontrolled, it becomes a challenge, because then you are at a disadvantage.
I see.
So this is to make sure that now the vitamin A brings under check, so that we don't have exaggerated inflammation.
I see. All right. So moving on to our vitamin B12.
B12.
All right.
I think the easiest way to look at B12 is to remind ourselves, okay, we've got their mood support and mental and physical energy.
Okay.
So that's where your B12 is coming.
All right.
Mood support, mental and physical energy. But let's go a little bit back and see how are we building up to that.
Absolutely.
Vitamin B12 is needed in the process of making your blood. So it's very good for nerve health. It's very good for building up your blood, which is your hemoglobin, which is the reason why when people do not absorb enough B12, we then talk about challenges of anemia. It's because the body is not then producing enough of the vitamin. It's not producing enough hemoglobin. Hence, you need to top up. So who are the people that are mostly at a disadvantage? Most of the times we think of vegetarians, because vegetarians do not touch anything that is coming from meat.
Yes.
And B12 is mostly found in organ meats,
I
your
see.
kidneys, your liver.
Uh-huh.
So if you're getting it in a supplement, it's normally put in a like fortified cereal
I see.
where they add B12. So we're now giving you Vita-Aid has brought together vitamin B12 in a supplement to make sure that if you need to top up that vitamin B12, you don't need to worry about whether you're going to get enough from a cereal or from any food. We've got enough that you need, and it's 30 tablets, and you only take 1 tablet a day to make sure that we're balancing out your mood, mental and physical health. People who are studying, this actually, whenever it's exam time for me, vitamin B12, it does give you the results. It's one of those products that when you take, you can actually get to feel the results in about an hour's time. So it's very effective.
All right.
I use it, and I recommend to people who are studying. I recommend it to people who are in office work. We have got lots of tasks that they are handling. We've got lots of meetings back to back, and we need to be energetic. And also to remind you that this has got ribose, which is actually part of making sure that we form that ATP, which is the energy molecule. So you're going to have enough energy to maintain, and also to make sure that there's enough recovery if there's any challenges. So that's actually very key. So B12 challenges if you are a vegetarian and if you are elderly, because it needs an acid medium. As you get older, we don't produce enough hydrochloric acid, so it becomes a challenge to absorb it. But then look at what Vita-Aid has done. We have now put in ribose.
Yes.
Then we're going to make sure that we increase that absorption. So we're taking care of any disadvantages that can be there, which could be related to age or any condition that your gut is not in a position to absorb well.
So you mentioned that this is 30 capsules and you take one
a day.
Once a day. And
vitamin A as well, you're only taking 1 a day.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
these are the 2 30 capsules,
30
and then
capsules.
we go off to the
Vitamin
60.
C, yes.
So vitamin C's got 60 capsules in this bottle, and let's talk about the benefits of vitamin C.
Vitamin C, I like vitamin C besides being it's well known, if you look at that, immune support, antioxidant, heart health.
All right.
You would know that when we are still in winter, winter is not quite over. This is the reason why it's always key to eat foods that are in season.
Okay.
Your lemons, your oranges are high in vitamin C, which is very key for quick recovery when you come down with a cold or a flu. So this vitamin C, very good for boosting this. So it has got a set place in terms of boosting your immune system, but not all of us have got the access to buying or taking enough oranges and eating enough of the lemons to give you enough of the vitamin C that you need. So Vita-Aid has put together a supplement that will give you 500 milligrams, that is delivering 500 milligrams of vitamin C per tablet.
Okay.
So you could take that. Since it's a water-soluble tablet, you can take 1 or 2 tablets a day.
Okay.
If you're taking your 2 tablets, best way to do it, like I said earlier on, divided doses, because it's water soluble. So do not waste it. Take 1 tablet in the morning, take another tablet in the afternoon, so that you can maximize the amount of vitamin C that the body is going to utilize.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's water soluble means that you should consider how
you take, because it means once you take a dose, anything excess, the body does not store it. It just flushes out. So there's no need to take a large dose at one go, because it just goes to waste.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. That's very good to know as well. And then the last 60 capsule vitamin we have
Vitamin
over here is
D3.
the D3.
D3.
I was going to say D2.
Right. D3, that's your sunshine vitamin. I think D3, if you look at it, the main reason why it's key to supplement, besides it being a very good product for the brain and nervous system support, for boosting our immune system, also for the necessary for we need calcium for our bones, but to make sure that the body can absorb enough. Vitamin D plays a key role in making sure that you can absorb the calcium that you need. You can make sure that it's absorbed, and also the phosphorus, which is also very good in terms of the kidney health. So calcium and phosphorus are dependent on vitamin D3 in terms of their absorption.
Okay.
But supplement becomes key because we do not spend enough time in the sun. This is the sunshine vitamin. So most of us do not spend enough time. I mean, if you are light-skinned, you might get away with 15 to about 20 minutes in the sun.
Okay.
But you're looking at when the sun's rays are very concentrated between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Studies have shown those are the best times to give yourself that feed for the sunshine. If you are dark-skinned like myself, you need to spend 20 to about 30 minutes
in the sun
to make sure that you expose yourself to enough sun. But we're not getting that. Our kids are always playing indoors.
It's true.
I mean, so when you look at it, our offices, the aircon. So supplementation becomes key because it's then bridging the gap to make sure that we can actually get ourselves into a situation where the body has got enough vitamin D.
All right. So you said vitamin D aids with calcium.
It helps with
absorption.
your calcium absorption and how the body is also going to utilize it. Also helps with how the body utilizes phosphorus, which is also related to how the kidneys work and the pH and all balancing out. So D3, besides boosting your immune system, very good for brain health, very good for the nerves, but also, when you look at it, there is a condition that most people, during winter, you find most people, there's what people go through there's a condition called SAD, S-A-D, which is actually seasonal affective disorder, which has got to do with being depressed, a state of being depressed because you do not have enough sunshine. So by supplementing with vitamin D, that's why your mood is being assisted. That's why there was mood there coming in, because it helps with your mood and your immune system is well looked after. Calcium in itself, not only working on the mineralization in terms of your skeleton being well looked after, but you're also making sure that you've got minerals that help you in terms of relaxation, because your calcium and magnesium also help you with relaxation, which is why when you look at taking a supplement that helps you, that you've got enough magnesium and calcium, you can relax well at night. You can sleep well at night. So it's all to do with the balance. So when you look at all the four, we are looking at making sure that your immune system, which is your defense system, is well taken care of.
All right. So all of these products are gluten-free, whey-free, and dairy-free.
Dairy-free.
Okay. So it's fantastic as well for, you spoke about vegetarians needing their supplements or their dose of B.
That's right.
The vitamin B12.
Vitamin B12.
Yes.
Yes. That would be very key for that, because they do not, it's mostly found in organ meats.
Absolutely.
Right.
So everything that you need here with Vita-Aid, they thought everything through, went the extra step and added some ribose in there to ensure that everything is absorbed sufficiently into your system. I really do believe that they thought about you when they came together with this defense pack. So this immuno pack with vitamin A, B12, C, D12, and they all have ribose, is available here at TV Mall for 499 Rand. It's as simple as calling the number on screen or logging on to tvmall.co.za. You can catch us on Facebook and Twitter at TV Mall SA and on Instagram at TV Mall SA1. If there's anyone you know who is interested in watching the show as well and doesn't have access to DSTV, we have a live stream on YouTube. Yes. So we're TV Mall SA. So if you have any questions there or on any of our social media platforms, do ask them, and we aim to address them with Jumo in studio as soon as possible, as soon as we do the next segment. So this is the beautiful immune booster pack, and honestly, I feel like I've been thought for, especially vegetarians and people who don't get enough sunshine, because
that is right.
The ambition today requires us to be in spaces that don't often allow us to get enough sunshine.
That is right. Right. So,
what is the synergy of these?
Right. Yes. When you look at it, it's actually how they're working together, because what happens is the key, like the antioxidant power, when you look at the vitamin A and the vitamin C, what happens, we've got other antioxidants that are in the body, and what happens is they actually can then be stimulated and then recycled, because the body recycles.
Okay.
And so when you look at energy, it's all about recycling. There's nothing that is ever lost, so you just convert from one form to another. Okay. So when you look at how we're doing utilizing the vitamins, we've taken advantage of their antioxidant power, which is making sure that we've got enough firepower to mop up any free radicals that do occur. Like we said, free radicals, they occur naturally from the natural bodily processes, but also when we look at some of us, not all of us are eating organic food. We have got additives that come with some food, preservatives and all that. That is extra load for the body, and you are challenging your immune system. Okay. I always say you've got 1 unit of energy for survival, and how you utilize it determines the energy that you're left with. So
Okay.
if you put yourself in a state where you are busy fighting all these free radicals because of you're not eating well, you find yourself at a disadvantage because you are robbing yourself of the amount of energy that's going to be left for you to last the day.
Okay.
So it's key for you to make sure that you eat well. If you are battling in eating well, then let's help you with the immune boosting pack to make sure that it's going to help you and help the body to put it where it's supposed to be, so that there is not unnecessary loss of energy or wastage.
Absolutely. And I think beyond the loss of energy, we also spoke about the water soluble and the fat soluble.
That's
And
right.
considering the usage of them. So could you just run over the two that should be, you should watch the time that you
The
take
time you
them?
should take. So those are the vitamin Bs and the vitamin Cs. Those are your water-soluble vitamins. So in our immune boosting pack, we've got the vitamin B12. So you taking one a day, but if there was need for you to take more, don't take the two at one go.
Okay.
Rather take one in the morning, take one in the afternoon in divided doses, because what happens is the body will only utilize what it needs. Any excess, it will flush out and you lose it through the urine.
Okay.
So you do not want to waste. So vitamin C, same, water soluble. So rather take in divided doses, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, to utilize the maximum that you can get from the splitting the dosages. So those are the water soluble vitamins. And then coming to the fat soluble vitamins.
Yes.
Those ones need your bile salts, and they need enough of fat or an oily environment for them to be utilized. And those are the ones that we always worry about toxicity, because the body gets to store them.
Okay.
That's why if you look at it, we strictly restrict them to normally taking them once a day.
Okay.
Because once you do take once a day, the body is going to nicely store them in the liver, and there is a cumulative effect that we do experience. So your vitamin A and your vitamin D are your fat soluble vitamins, and taking once a day in most cases has been shown to actually give you enough that you would need, because they tend to build up in your body.
And at what age group do you believe you should start with the whole pack?
With supplementation of this nature, we are looking at from the age of 16.
Okay.
So anyone above the age of 16 can enjoy taking an immune boosting pack. I mean, this is like the stage where we're looking at those active youngsters. You know, this is sports in schools. This is high energy that is needed when we are studying. And we are saying your defense system, your immune system is the key to making sure that everything goes well.
Fantastic.
Do not allow, life to knock you down.
Absolutely. Enjoy it at its best with this beautiful defense package. I keep calling it beautiful because I think everything has been thought through so well. You can get all the benefits of this by logging on or calling the number on screen. From myself, Mutenta Benkele, and Jumo here in studio, thank you for joining us at this health segment. And until we meet again, bye.